I'll deal with this.
You been kicked out already?
The dog can't shit if people are watching. Luckily, I can only shit if people are watching, so if you're feeling lucky... I'm busy too, by the way.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Geek Up. We just saw Billy's most anticipated movie of the year, Marry Me.
Yeah, I couldn't wait to see this one. So hey, is this Hallmark movie on steroids worth checking out? Stick around because we're about to find out.
All right, guys, the first big rom-com flick of the year, Marry Me. Billy, who's in this?
All right, man, we got Owen Wilson.
Love me some Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
If you ask me, he's the sexy one in this movie. I said it, and I don't regret it.
Yeah, I would agree, man. Owen Wilson definitely got some sex appeal in this movie, right?
Wow. Okay.
Mr. Wow, wow, wow.
But you know what? You never got a wow out of him in this movie.
You sure? There's probably one somewhere.
I don't think there was, man. I was watching for him. I don't think I ever saw a wow in this movie. You know, of course, we got some sexy J-Lo, you know, still looking good for somebody in her 50s, you know, yeah.
So is J-Lo getting too old for this type of movie?
No, she's getting younger for some
reason.
I don't know, as time passes, she looks younger.
I thought she looked good in this, man. And we had, you know, and then of course...
The answer is no, especially after that church song in this movie.
Right.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
I was thinking it, then that church song came on.
He's good. He's good.
Now, you know, I watched this with our oldest daughter, who's a teenager, and she said, Mom, that's inappropriate. And I was like, it's kind of on the level of Madonna's Like a Prayer. And she got...
I think they were going for that.
Yeah, she got into some trouble for that one, too. But,
yeah, they were totally going for that in this. And then you got, we had some, and I enjoyed some of his comedy in this, and Jimmy Fallon action going on a little bit. You know?
He was in it a decent amount.
Well, the funny thing is, in the comedy, the crap he was giving her for in this movie is the same crap she gets in real life, right? So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's actually
how they threw that in there at her. And who was? Oh, Sarah Silverman. Silverman
I love Sarah Silverman.
Oh yeah, she's good. She was funny. So
Do we know the guy?
Oh, and Maluma. Yeah, Maluma in this. You know, Colombian singer, very famous Colombian singer.
He did a good job.
Yeah, Maluma did great, man. Really good job.
He does. As Owen says at some point in the movie, he really can sing.
I was ready to fall for that guy at some point.
Maluma's got a voice. Mad dude can sing. No doubt about it.
Yeah, but the neck tattoo, that's got to go.
Yeah. He had some cool tattoos. So.
Yeah. And then, of course, our Game of Thrones guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Sam?
Sam from Game of Thrones,
Yeah, the manager.
And he did good in this, man. Like in Game of
you know, I think he slimmed down a little bit.
Oh, he definitely did, man. No doubt about it.
He's looking good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And his character in this was it was definitely different than his character in Game of Thrones. You know, he's one of those guys I would typecast, right? Just by watching him in Game of Thrones.
He was
his character in this is like
J-Lo's agent in this.
Yeah. His manager, but same. Is that
whatever.
The same thing? I don't know. But I wouldn't say that. I mean, he's still taking care of somebody, and that's kind of what his role was. And like he kind of took care of her. So I don't know. I don't know that it was that different.
Nah,
I did like him in it though.
All right, and we got and Ashley's here because she is the resident rom-com chick flick expert.
Yeah.
So had to bring in the big gun.
If it's a chick flick, if it's a rom-com, I'm there. If it's a murder documentary, also there. Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah, and you're a big fan of The Wedding Planner and all that. So this seems like it would be up your alley.
Yeah, it definitely was, and I do find it funny that watching it on Peacock, the next movie up that they recommended was The Wedding Planner.
Well, it makes sense.
So, like, if you liked this, you will like this. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair.
Or Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, and Owen Wilson is just amazing for these type of roles. Playing the regular guy type of role.
Yeah, because he looks like a regular guy, right? I mean, you know, Owen Wilson ain't your Tom Cruise or anything like that.
That nose ain't doing a whole lot for him, but... You know.
No, but it's something about the way he plays it. And I try... Sometimes when I see someone like Owen Wilson, who is clearly not like the guy you walk into a room and be like, oh, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? But... he has that factor when he's on screen or in these movies. And I don't know if it's the personality or just because, you know, he's a famous person. But like I don't know, what he brings, his characters and his comedic timing and everything. It's charming.
Yeah, he's funny.
He's definitely charming dude.
Yeah, he's very entertaining.
Yep. Yeah. And so I
think
he's pretty good looking
Wilson, man. I mean, I don't think I've seen a bad movie that guy's been in. You know, honestly, man, I really wasn't like keen on seeing it, but kind of glad I did. It surprised me, pleasantly surprised me. Like I said, the joke I made in the beginning, is this Hallmark movie on steroids worth checking out? It's totally a Hallmark movie on steroids, right? I mean, it's totally a Hallmark movie. Boy meets girl, boy and girl fall in love, bad stuff happens, but then everything works out in the end, right? Just like any other Hallmark movie, this is just like that. But I liked the rom-com angle of it. I liked the all-star cast of it, and I thought they did a great job playing it out the way they did.
Yeah, well, J-Lo's character's set to get married, and they find out because there's a video going around, and she snatches the phone from the Game of Thrones guy, Sam, whatever.
Manager.
And she drops his phone. I hope that guy can recover all his data and stuff, Billy.
Fine,
I was very nervous for that phone.
He probably got the extended warranty.
But you got to get your data back.
She's probably paying for it. She's probably paying for it.
I don't know, man. I might not be her manager after that or something.
What the hell are you doing? Drop my phone.
No, I mean, in that
What did you think about this setup to this movie?
That aspect of it, obviously, I mean, and they do a little press conference after saying, yeah, like, obviously this isn't like the ideal way to do it. But I did like his little take on it when he sat there and said, and he's like, back in the day, it wasn't about love. It was an arrangement. And
right.
And then she's sitting there. Her whole argument is this was her fourth marriage. Mm-hmm. So she'd already been married 3 times and it failed. And she's like, well, and obviously now with this guy finding out that he cheated on her, she's like, well, I can't choose him, so maybe I'll do better with this random guy in the audience.
This is like Owen Wilson gets drafted in this thing.
Right.
He's just in the audience and happens to be holding the "Marry Me" sign because
Sarah Silverman,
passed that off to him, so he was just holding it, and she caught.
And she's like, "You,
her eye.
Yes,
so
I'll marry you."
He caught her eye in there, so
yeah.
Yeah, but I do like that they. I feel like they did an appropriate build up to them connecting and getting to know each other, because that was one thing going into it that I was worried about, because you already know how it's going to play out, like everybody knows that.
That's the problem with these type of movies,
right?
So nothing really surprises.
But you want to get that emotional investment out of the characters and everything, and you can see how it is a business transaction at first, but and she's just trying to like not come across as crazy as possible, to the press and everything, but then when she's like, well, could it really be that bad to be married to this guy? Let me get to know the guy. And then, and he's just like, he gets to know her and he likes her. He just doesn't like the fame part of it.
Well, see, so. and that's one thing I thought was cool about it too, right? Is you kind of get to see that aspect of what it's like to be a famous person, constantly being followed around by cameras all the time, and like what an outsider must think when they get into that world, right? He's like, dang, this is just crazy, man. I don't know what's up with all this. Like, how do you even live with people following you around all the time? Like, you can't even take a shower on your own. Like, what the hell's going on? So I thought they did a really good job of showing that, right? Of showing just, the difference between, us, and a celebrity and the differences in our lives, right? So, and what it would be like if somebody kind of just crashed into, or both those worlds collided with each other, and kind of how it'd be hard to maneuver it, right? So I thought that was pretty cool.
I like when he goes outside to take his dog out, and the press is out there, and they're harassing him, and they're like, why isn't your wife living with you? And he's like, why are you yelling? You're right there. But like, that's what you see on TV when you think of paparazzi, is they're just yelling their questions. And he's like, I can hear you just fine.
Right, but dude, you're 2 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
So did they convince you that these two could fall in love in this scenario?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they did. Well, again, it's just because of the great acting, right? Like, I mean, J-Lo did a great job acting, Owen Wilson did a great job acting, and and really that's what it boils down to in a movie like this, right? You got to have the good acting, and you got to have that chemistry. Because chemistry ain't there, then you ain't buying it. And I thought they did a great job.
They do have good chemistry together. Yeah. And J-Lo, I've seen. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie Enough with J-Lo. She was badass in that movie.
Nah.
It was not a rom-com. So I've seen her in movies.
I've seen Money Train.
I don't know that I actually saw that one.
Wesley Snipes. She's like a cop in that one.
Yeah.
They robbed the money train.
That's right.
So I've seen her in movies where she's not in the rom-com, and I liked her in Enough, believe it or not. But she just really fits in these rom-coms. Like,
no, she does.
The Wedding Planner, this one, I mean, it's kind of her genre.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Though she can do other things.
Yeah, if they would have got Matthew McConaughey,
Yeah.
he would be too good looking for this. So I'd be like, yeah, well,
right.
Of course, that's a good alternative to this guy.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought Owen Wilson was perfect for the role, to be honest with you.
For the average Joe role, Owen Wilson, you couldn't have done better.
What do you think about the kid in this movie, Owen Wilson's kid in this?
I mean, I don't know. I had issues with her reaction to the situation. Like, I don't know if... like she was there when it happened, and then like he gets whisked off and away, and like
Right,
you know, and then like
Yeah,
I guess
doesn't
my
seem
friend's
too
gonna
worried
take care
about
of my
kid.
daughter. Like that was
They'll to bring her home.
yeah, and then she was like encouraging it, but yet I also think I don't know how I felt about
right,
that.
Right, like how's his wife gonna feel that he just left the daughter at the concert with the friend, right? Or ex-wife, right?
Ex-wife, yeah.
But it was with a trusted person. So.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah, he probably needed to make a phone call like as soon as that was happening. Be like, "You're good. You got her. You're gonna take her home. Okay, cool."
Right. But I mean, you know, and it's not sure how well they played out how a real 12-year-old preteen kid would react in a situation like that, right? Like, I mean, she was all just happy-go-lucky, oh yeah, the whole time, but it never, kids at that age, man, they got a lot of crap going on in their heads. You know, and we all know that. We've all got kids that have been that age. You know, they're all of our kids are teenagers. And, kids got a lot of crap going on in their heads, and there's way more than just, oh, cool, my dad's dating this freaking superstar. It's like, or married to this superstar all of a sudden. Right now, all of a sudden, I got a stepmom.
Yeah.
Well, that could be very cool at the same time, though,
It could be cool, but yeah, it's still, I don't know.
Especially if they are fans of that individual.
Right.
I mean...
And
I'm
she
sure if I
definitely
married some
encouraged
Taylor Swift, my kids would probably be like, okay, all right, we'll see how this plays out.
They'd probably wonder
Taylor,
what
I'm
happened to
available regardless of the situation.
Snooze to me.
I guess he's into polygamy. Huh?
Wow.
Are you into polygamy too, Ashley?
No, but I'm
cool if he gets another wife.
No, but I am into some alimony, so.
Well, Taylor will take care of that.
Interesting.
Oh man.
All right, Billy, this
then.
is normally not your kind of movie. What'd you think?
Like I told you, man, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I thought the chemistry between Jay. I mean, and again, in a movie like this, that's what sells it. You got to have the chemistry, otherwise it's just not believable.
Yeah.
And the chemistry between J-Lo and Owen Wilson was phenomenal. I mean, I thought they had great chemistry, and even Maluma, a little bit he was in it and the stuff that was going on between that. I thought was great.
Yeah,
oh, he
he
did,
did
man.
good.
Yeah, he did awesome. So I mean, I thought, and Sarah Silverman's role, as the best friend, buddy, encouraging, all that. She did a good job of that. So I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was good.
What'd you think, Ashley?
I enjoyed it. I did watch it. You were at work, so I watched it with our daughter, but I did wonder how you were going to get through it. I didn't think it was something you would enjoy.
I didn't really mind it. I mean, I thought the story was good enough and the acting, so and the pacing was well done, so it didn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some good comedy, some good funny moments
Like I
in
said,
it.
the issue normally with these is very predictable. You already know how this is going to go before you even start watching.
Now, in all fairness, they could have played it out that they just became really good friends at the end and realized.
Well, that's probably how it's going to go. So to be fair,
but they could have. There was two directions they
because
could
these
have
guys
gone
only
with
known
it.
each other what, like
a couple months.
Yeah, so you don't know how something like this could go.
Yeah, they were watching movies with popcorn at the end,
Oh,
like a family.
geez,
room.
it's cemented then.
Yeah. Well, I did like the end of that though. How it was cool. How it was showing everybody's little Facebook memos of how they all got together. Oh, hey, we got together.
That
this
was
way.
pretty cool.
Right. And she's like, he was wearing a unitard, and he's like, you like what you saw.
All right, Billy. So what do you rate this thing?
I'm gonna give it a 7, man. I'm not a huge freaking rom-com guy, but this one was good, dude. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a 7. I mean, you know what? I'll give it an 8. I will give this movie an 8 because I love the chemistry, man. I thought the chemistry was awesome in this movie. I really did. And and again, that's what sells these movies. I mean, I'm not a big Hallmark movie guy. I mean, I've seen a couple of them. They're all B flicks, right? The Hallmark movies, so and it's funny because I've got guy friends I work with, man, who are like, oh, dude, I love Hallmark movies. And I'm like, huh? Like what? And as a guy, it's not my thing, but this movie was good. I'm not like some.
You don't want the feels.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good time for this movie.
Yeah,
Being
perfect time for this
Valentine's
movie.
Day and all that
Great
stuff coming
date
up.
movie. Great date movie. Like
Yeah.
seriously, like take your girl out or take your guy out on a date and go see this movie together because it was definitely good checking out, man.
It's definitely the opposite of what our first date movie was, which happened to be How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. So like this movie is like, hey,
Well,
let's get a relationship, and I'm like, hey, how do I lose this guy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like 20 years later, it didn't work out so well for you.
It didn't.
Didn't follow the steps
I
there.
did not follow the
That's
right
right.
steps. Actually, I think I did. But like, it didn't
All right,
work
so what
out.
do you rate this thing?
Well, I stayed awake.
And you watch a lot of these, so how does
I
this
do.
compare to most of the ones you've seen?
Again, I was kind of surprised that you liked it, so I was a little nervous watching it, like with that in the back of my mind that you would be like, oh, this is another one of those cheesy movies. So to me, I guess there was some cheese factor to it, but I enjoyed it, and I stayed awake for it, and I watched it at night, so that's rare for me. So I would, if you're making me put a number on it, because I didn't last time I did one of these with you guys, I would give it an 8 as well.
All right. I'm going to give this movie a 6. I think it's an average rom-com. Even though it kept my interest, I don't think the story is really that tight. It's very predictable, and I think it's pretty paint by the numbers as far as romantic comedies go. I thought J-Lo, Owen Wilson, everyone did a good job, but this movie is just kind of forgettable for me in the end. So I think there's some other ones that are much better. This one didn't bore me, so it's average.
Would you watch it again?
No, probably not.
No.
Really? So I'd watch it again, man.
I mean, if someone else wanted to see it, I would watch it. But I'm not like yearning to go, oh, I'm going to play that one. Let's watch this a second time. No, not for me.
And you would. Some rom-coms.
Yeah,
watch
some.
them again. Yeah. Okay.
I just don't think this one is that clever or special enough for me.
Okay.
Even though I did enjoy some of the songs, too. I thought the church song was good. The Marry Me song was
No,
good. And there was a
I
third song that
really
was pretty
liked
good
the
when
song
she was
at the
climbing the
end.
charts.
The J-Lo's third song that she wrote for Owen Wilson's character.
Yes,
was
I
good.
really
That was a great
did like
song.
that song.
That was a
The
great
Marry
song.
Me, that was, I should have brought that up. Yeah, the Marry Me song got old.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Yeah.
I thought it was fine for the movie, but
I was
yeah.
like done. Just done. Like by the third Marry Me. I did not enjoy that song.
Like most marriages, I guess.
Taylor. Interesting.
All right.
Well, hey guys, anything else you want to say? Any last words or comments on this rom-com? No.
I like Owen
J-Lo
Wilson.
still
And
got
J-Lo.
it.
J-Lo still got it.
She really
I mean,
does.
she's trying to cover up by wearing those that skin
Skin suit,
color
yeah, skin suit.
but
I think she
and
wears
don't think
stuff-
I didn't notice, but you still look good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, I think she wears that kind of stuff on her concerts
In
now,
real-
in
real-
real
Yeah,
life
but
too. So.
why, if you don't need to? Why would you do it?
To avoid like nip slips and stuff.
Yeah.
You see Miley Cyrus, she
And-
ain't concerned about it.
and Owen Wilson got in this movie too. You know, Josh said in the beginning, Owen Wilson's got some sex appeal in this movie.
Yeah.
You know, and he does, man. Dude does a great job in this movie. So hey, great date night movie. Take your guy or gal out to see it, and let us know what you think, please. And until next time, we will check you guys at our next review.
See you guys.
See ya.
You guys are being too nice to her. I had to like drop the hammer.
Nice.
Had to drop the
Yeah,
hammer, the
go-
reality hammer.
Looking back, I probably would have gone with a 7. I forgot how annoying the "Marry Me" song was.
Well, today they're coming out with another Downton Abbey movie.
Be in front of me. Was really excited.
You're like, bringing her
Downton Abbey's a good
she's like,
show.
She put her teeth back in and was like,
took her bra off and took her bra down here. Woo!
That's how you get excited about the movie.
I'm not excited.
That's how you get excited about the movie. That's how you get
watch no-
there. No, like, dude, you guys need to see Enough. She was really good in Enough. Training to fight,
Fugitive
like
3?
knowing he's gonna find her, so she's training to fight him.
Like, why didn't she just learn how to use a gun? She can shoot him when
Yeah.
he comes instead of having to try to fight him.
Can't get this permit.
Guess I'm about to learn kung fu. So, stick around.
Oh my god!
Change my shirt. I can't change my shirt.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that, Billy?
Be good for this.
No.
Ow. Always says.
But didn't say marry me.
This is like not even full.
You that Coke?
Not too
And
much.
no
See
ice.
the bubbles, man.
I don't do ice.
You could have put ice to
I
prop
don't do
it up.
ice. I got the shoulder sugar.